that going white? Aha! There we go. Just wait for some people to come into the stream. Boopity boop boop boo. Hopefully get some folks who want to learn the game. Yabba dabba bow. Scoobity boop boop boop. Plenty warning, so I don't know. Oh, got a notification. Nope, that's just me. Woo! Oh. What's up? Oh, somebody gifted me a sub. That's very nice. Doing the waiting around song, cause I'm waiting around for some folks to come into my stream. Boopity 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 boop boop. Scoopity boop 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 bop boop boop bop boopity boopity boop. Scoopity boop boop boo. I'm just gonna boop. I guess this would make more sense. Boop. Hello. Welcome, viewer. See, somebody's viewing this. Glad you can make it today. I'm going to be trying to do an instructional video on this one more time. And I'll just have to keep this one. I'm glad whoever you are showed up. Leave a comment and I'll get started. But I hope you're having a fantastic night. I don't know if it's raining where you are. It just rained pretty hard where I am. So I hope the noise ain't bothering y'all. I'm just going to give a couple minutes, see if some more folks want to pop on in. And just give me a shout in the chat if you want me to get started. We'll start explaining the game. Again, hope your night is okay. Alright. Nope. That's the wrong thing. Alrighty. Just gonna give a couple minutes before I start. I know I advertised everywhere. I don't know why people ain't coming in. Alright, I'm gonna wait till the 5-minute mark and then I will get started. And viewer, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat, just in case I'm going too fast. And I will explain it better. Oh. Let me just do. getting a notification. That brings some folks in. I'm just checking my phone, seeing what's going on. Alright, let's get started. Okay. Wonder, can you see my mouse? No? Darn. Okay. Well, I'm going to explain this first line. This is the character sheet for Poops and Giggles. Excuse me, I should have started with that. So, to begin, you're going to decide your character's name, your character's gender, whether it be male, female, or whatever's in between. That'll be your gender. Age, well, that's how long your character's been around, generally, depending on what setting. Maybe your character's been around for 10 years. It's a little kid, or maybe it's been around for 300 years. Excuse me, not it. They've been around for 300 years because they're an elf. Who knows? Depends on the game you're playing. And then job, represents what your character does for a living, what they do in the game. Now, are they an accountant? Are they an accountant in the real world? Are they an elven archer? Are they a superhero? Whatever game you're playing. What job does your character do in that game world? Alright, that's the basics. That's your basic information. We're going to go down a bit. And then that first line is, give me a break. Now, in order to explain that line, I got to explain more of the game. So, as you play this game, it's not like other role-playing games where you roll dice or play a card to decide what happens. You actually play little mini-games, and that decides what happens to you. For instance, this give me a break token. This is where the give me a break token goes. If you play that, you can automatically win a challenge. And this is if you've done the challenge, potentially lost the challenge, you can go, hey, give me a break. Play your give me a break card, or, excuse me, token, and ta-da, you've won the challenge by default. However, it doesn't get you anything special, it just means you got through the challenge. And as I go a bit further down, alright, these are your stats. I got this category. You have 3 stats. You have physical, wits, decision making. Physical represents your ability to do physical things, like maybe run, jump, lift things, what have you. Anything that requires your body and effort is physical. Wits is more brainy stuff. How well does your character do math? Can they hack a computer? So on and so forth. Decision making is your character's wisdom. How good are they at making choices? When presented with a challenge, will they go the right path? That is your decision making stat. Now, to begin with, you get 5 points, and you get to put them in which stat you so desire. Here's the thing, though. Each challenge will be catered towards one of your stats. So, if you put 3 points into your physical stat, that means you can lose 4 challenges before you quote-unquote die, or you're just taken out of the game. The same with wits, the same with decision making. So, depends on what you want your character to excel at. You can put no points into a stat. However, you lose that stat once. Hey, Sydney. No problem. Thanks for coming by. I was explaining the game. I hope you didn't miss much. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming by. At least somebody showed up. But yeah, did you catch my explanation so far? I can go back. I think you're it. I didn't miss too much, I don't think, and I can rewatch the video. That's fair. Well, at the moment, I'm on stats. So, that's what's on here. That's the category. I got this. These are what your character needs to live, and you get 5 points. You got the stats. All right, cool. So I'm going to move on. Now, we're going to go into the It's a Given, and these represent... Ooh, too far. Okay, these represent your skills. Before we get too much into the skills, let's talk about the challenges. Throughout the game, you'll be given challenges. And just type something if I'm going too fast. And each challenge will be met with a series of 3 mini-games. So let's say you have a physical challenge. I, as the GM, say, oh, there's a fence in your way, and you got to climb that fence. I would challenge you to a physical challenge of rock, paper, scissors. If you win 1 game of rock, paper, scissors, that means you get a meh. Now, when you get a meh, that means you climb the fence. Nothing really special happens. You just get to move on in the story. If you win 2 rounds of rock, paper, scissors out of the 3, you get a success point. And then you bank those success points. I will come back. Actually, I'll explain them now. My bad. When you get a success point, you can bank it. And when you get 2 success points, you can replenish a skill. If you get 4 success points, you can buy a new skill or add a point to a skill. If you get 5 success points, if you get 6 success points, you can replenish a stat. If you get 8 success points, you can add to a stat. And if you get 10 success points, you can buy another Gimme a Break. Now, here's where the skills come in. Skills kind of work like Gimme a Break. However, they're very specific. So, let's say your character's an accountant. You take the accounting skill. And, at the beginning of the game, you start off with 4 skill points. So you can have 4 different skills with 1 point, or you can have 1 skill with 4 points. However you want to break up the 4 points. And those points will let you say, let's say I give you a challenge that you're just like, oof, I don't really like that challenge. Maybe I can use one of my skill points to do the challenge instead. Now, if you're going to use a skill point, you have to make that choice. Do I want to use the skill point, or do I want to take the challenge? You can't decide afterward. That's the drawback of skill points. But the skill point will allow you to turn a challenge into a meh. Again, it just moves you further into the story. Again, let me know if I'm going too fast. So, and whatever world you're playing in, you're fine. Cool. Thank you so much. It's not gonna be a long stream, so if I'm boring you. Now, a great way to start off, I'm just absorbing. Awesome. Thank you so much. A great way to get some more skill points is to maybe start with some disadvantages. That's where I'm not sure about this category comes in. Let's say your character has a limp. So that would be a challenge in certain physical contests. So let's say your character needs to run away from some mean dogs. But because of the limp, it's going to be a little harder for your character. So you would have to win 4 challenges instead of 3, or you'd have to at least win 2 challenges to get a meh instead of 1 challenge. So it just kind of adds to the difficulty. And so that'll get you more skill points to spend as you wish. And you don't have to, that's just optional. You're not boring, Ted, be confident. This is really interesting sounding. Category titles are making me giggle. Oh, thank you. Like I said, the game's called Poops and Giggles, so it's meant to be a little more lighthearted. Alright, now this is also an optional category. This is So Given. This represents, let's say you're playing a character with superpowers. So the superpowers will act more like a Gimme a Break. Like, let's say you're a Superman-ish type character, and you're stopping bank robbers, and they all shoot at you. Well, if you have the invulnerability ability, you can just play your invulnerability, which is a physical challenge, and you can auto-win that. And you just decide that with your game master, what powers you get to start with. So I if I'm the game master, I will give you 3, depending if we're playing in a world of superheroes or magic or what have you. Again, this is a purely optional category, depending on what type of genre you're playing in. Alright. And then, last but not least, is stuff. Stuff works basically exactly like It's So Given. You get items that help you, and depending on those items, they help you with specific tasks, they help you auto-win. Now, the thing with It's So Given and stuff is it's only usable once per session. You cannot replenish It's So Given or stuff until you play the next game. So, use them wisely. Now, you can use your stuff or powers for flavor in a certain situation, but after you used it once, it's done. So, that is it. That is the game. I wish I had some tokens to show you, but that is it. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'm going to minimize the character sheet. Go away, character sheet. Yeah, there we go. Hi. So, excuse me one moment. I'm quite dry. So if you got any questions, let me know. If there's something I didn't cover and you'd like me to cover, let me know. So you can set this in any kind of world. Yes. I actually play tested this with some friends a while ago. Hi, take a drink, it's fine. Oh, okay, thank you. Gotta stay hydrated. Also, how does character creation work? Well, you sit with your game master, and they'll help you decide what you want to do with the character, because they'll decide what world you're playing in. Yes, I keep 2 by my bed, because it's very stuffy in my room and I need to hydrate quite a bit. And I'm trying to quit pop, so there's that. Yes, but with character creation, it's very easy, and like I said, just work with your GM. Okay, so this is like D20 flavored in terms of game setup. Yeah, I wanted to make this for fledgling RPGers, role players. That would be better to say. Let's call them role players. I know that like 5th edition for Dungeons and Dragons is a little more newbie friendly, but I think it can still be intimidating if you're just getting into role playing. So this game is more role play heavy, and like I said, it's just for poops and giggles. It makes sense. It's a streamlined, easy mode D&D. Yes, very streamlined, very easy. That's why instead of using dice, I will use small games. If I play this online, which I'm hoping to get a group together for some one-shots, I will probably be doing trivia, because I think that's the easiest thing to do in an online setting. Cool, love it. Awesome. And I just made this game because, like, maybe it can help you study. Like, if you're going to school, you can make flashcards, and that can be your challenge for whatever you face in the game. And I do have a few interesting pre-made adventures for it. So, I hope folks will enjoy. And thank you for coming for the tutorial, Sydney. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. Fewer rules is nice too. It makes it less fun for rule lawyers, but more fun for everyone else. Absolutely. And like I said, this is supposed to be like a nice infection vector. This game is actually, once you see this video, it's free. I plan on doing an online game. Next stream is probably not going to be a real stream. I want to do a guest test, if you will. I'm going to invite people over. Infection vector. Yes. That's what I like. Because I know, like, I've played with new D&D players, and I think there was a few people in the group who were a little more experienced, and it was intimidating for them, and it just kind of chased them off. And I felt kind of sad, because they didn't get to enjoy the game like we enjoy the game. So I made this as sort of a way for... I got you. Yeah, it'd be neat to see the game in action before playing it. It would be. Like I said, I'm going to try and get some folks to play a game of it. Like I said, next stream's not going to be a real stream. I'm just going to have guests come on just to kind of test if I can have people on my stream and kind of get through any technical difficulties. But that's going to be next Thursday. So if you want to come by and just pew pew the poo, as I like to call it, try to be a little more PG on here. Oh man, were you running 5th Ed? I can see how it's intimidating, but not like 2nd Ed. Thaco is hard. You know what's funny, Sydney? I played 2nd edition for years. Still don't know Thaco. The DM, I would roll something and the DM would say stuff happened, and I was like, okay, did you? Yeah, I love, and I get it. I like I said, I think I've had Thaco explained to me 3 times. Couldn't tell you. Didn't remember it at all. And then I like 3rd. 3rd was good. 3rd, the only thing I had about 3rd, I didn't like about 3rd was having to confirm the crit, because it's so hard to roll a natural 20. I never played 4th. 4th, I had the 4th edition books for a minute, and I think literally a minute, because it read like a computer manual with pictures of orcs. It was just so boring. Yeah, because I actually had a friend who I was upset for him because the DM had him roll. He shot an arrow into a gargoyle's mouth, and he rolled a natural 20, and then to confirm the crit, he rolled another natural 20. And I was like, oh, come on. And the DM was like, oh, the arrow just breaks off in his mouth and does nothing. I'm like, dude. Yeah, I know. Like, why would you do that to someone? I know. I was so mad. And that's the funny thing was, I was angrier than the guy who rolled the 2 crits. Because I was just like, do you know how rare rolling a natural 20 is? And you robbed him. You robbed this poor man of his moment. Come on. At least do something cool. Like, so at my D&D table, 20s are always crits, and you do what you want. They're always successes, I should say. I mean, I know they're always crits. Whatever. But, yes. So, that is Poops and Giggles. That would have been amazing. I would have had the gargoyle pinned against the wall by the arrow or something. I know, right? What the crap? Again, I don't know how much I can swear. I'm sure it's not a big deal. I'm not even a big streamer. So, whatever. But, oh, I forgot something. PvP is in the game. And that, again, it depends on your table. Always talk to your players and your GM. But PvP, the way I have it work in my games is you play 5 mini games against each other, and it's the best at who wins 3 out of 5. Keep it simple. And if you tie more, then we just play a few more mini games till someone gets more wins. That's it. No, that's fair. I think I think I have it set for not for kids, so I should be okay. But I don't know. I'm trying to stay safe. But yes, that was the Poops and Giggles tutorial. Thank you for coming. I'm probably going to end soon. No problem. Thank you so much, Sydney. I'm glad I can count on you. You're a diamond. So I'm going to wish you peace and chicken grease. Sweet. See you later. Invite me to a game sometime. I definitely will. I will let you know. Just got to get some players. Peace out.